Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you study, you're not making any real progress? Like, you spend 10 hours a day hitting the books, trying to memorize everything, pulling all-nighters, only to walk into the exam hall and forget absolutely everything. Well, dear viewers, in this episode of Uni Diaries, I'm going to share with you 8 common study mistakes that could be holding you back from achieving the grades you need. Plus, I'll provide practical alternatives to these mistakes and show you what you should actually be doing to reach your academic goal. Without further ado, let's start this video. Mistake number 8 is ignoring how you actually learn best. Everyone has their own unique learning style. Assuming that a popular method like using flashcards would work for you just because it's effective isn't always true. For instance, if you're a visual learner, you might benefit more from using drawings, charts, or mind maps to organize and retain information. Auditory learners, on the other hand, may find listening to recordings, watching educational videos, or engaging with audiobooks more effective. Meanwhile, kinesthetic learners, those who learn best through physical activity, might retain information better by pacing while reviewing notes, using hands-on study tools, or engaging in group discussions that incorporate movement. The key takeaway here is to figure out how you learn best and tailor your study methods to your unique style. Don't just follow what everyone else is doing. You'll get better results when you work in a way that aligns with your natural strengths. Mistake number 7 is studying without a plan. Studying without a plan is like trying to bake a cake without a recipe. It's messy, chaotic, and unlikely to yield great results. Every time you dive into a study session without a clear strategy, you risk wasting time and repeating the same ineffective habits. Research shows that students who plan their study sessions in advance experience improved memory retention and reduced stress levels. Having a clear plan ensures you know exactly what you need to do, helping you to stay focused and productive. Here's how you can plan effectively. You set clear goals for each study session, such as completing a chapter or reviewing a specific topic. Use tools like a planner or digital apps, or even a simple notebook to organize your schedule. Break your study time into manageable chunks and allocate time for breaks. For me, I use Notion for monthly planning and my trusty notepad for daily to-do list. Try experimenting with different tools and find what works best for you. Mistake number 6 is ineffective note-taking. This one might come as a surprise to you, but it's a mistake many students make. Taking notes by simply highlighting everything seems productive, but in actuality, it is a very passive form of learning and does not allow for long-term retention. While it's tempting to use aesthetic stationery and colorful highlighters as it makes the struggle of studying much more bearable, but blindly highlighting or copying information doesn't actually help your brain process it. Instead, switch to active note-taking methods that engage your mind. For example, use mind maps to visualize connection between concepts. Create summaries to condense the material into your own words, or craft stories and mnemonics to create memorable association. Personally, I take notes during lectures to stay engaged and avoid zoning out, but I always revisit and refine my notes afterwards to ensure they are actually useful for revision. Mistake number 5 is skipping breaks to save time. Okay, you guys, we are all guilty of this, okay? Many of us believe that the longer we study, the more productive we'll be. However, skipping breaks to save time often backfires. Continuous, non-stop studying can leave you mentally drained, leading to diminished focus and poor retention. Instead, opt for the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 to 30 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. This method helps you maintain your concentration and prevents burnout. Use your break wisely, stretch, take a walk, or grab a healthy snack to recharge. Remember, it's not about how long you study, but how effectively you use your time. Mistake number 4 is memorizing without understanding. Memorizing facts and formulas without grasping their underlying meaning is one of the biggest mistakes students make. While rote memorization might seem like a quick fix, it often results in shallow learning, making it difficult to recall or apply information during exam. Instead of cramming definitions or equations, try these strategies like ask yourself why and how to understand the reasoning behind the concept. Don't just memorize historical dates. Understand their context and significance. Teach someone else to clarify your understanding, as teaching requires a thorough grasp of the material. Finally, apply the information. Solve problems, use examples, or relate concepts to real-life scenarios. By focusing on comprehension instead of rote memorization, you will retain the information longer and develop critical thinking skills that will help you excel. Mistake number 3 is studying only at a certain time of the day. Many students limit themselves to studying only during specific times of the day, such as in the morning or late at night, thinking these are their most productive hours. However, this rigid approach can hinder progress, especially if your schedule is disrupted or you feel tired during your usual study time. Instead, adapt to your personal energy patterns by identifying your natural peaks of alertness throughout the day. Research shows that spaced repetition where you study the same material at different times improves retention and recall. By breaking free from rigid time slots and incorporating flexibility into your study schedule, you'll make the most of your mental energy and stay consistent regardless of unexpected interruptions. Mistake number 2 is ignoring practice questions. Okay, relying solely on reading textbooks or reviewing notes is a common pitfall. Practice questions are a critical tool for success because they stimulate the exam environment and help identify your weak areas. Research in educational psychology highlights the testing effect, which states that retrieving information through practice improves memory retention more than passive review. Incorporate past papers, online quizzes, or self-made tests into your routine to actively engage with the material. Additionally, practice questions improve problem-solving skills and boost your confidence by familiarizing yourself with the question formats and common pitfalls. The more you practice, the more prepared you'll feel when exam day arrives. Mistake number 1, skipping sleep for more study time. Okay, we are all guilty of this, and this is one of the most common mistakes every student does. Sacrificing sleep to study longer might seem like a dedication, but it's one of the most damaging mistakes you can make. Sleep is critical for consolidating memories and processing new information. Pulling all-nighters reduces cognitive function, focus, and problem-solving ability. Instead, prioritize quality sleep by maintaining a consistent bedtime and avoiding caffeine late in the night. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of rest to allow your brain to recharge and solidify what you've learned. Remember, a well-rested mind is far more effective than one running on empty. By valuing sleep, you will not only retain information better but also improve your health and productivity. Alright dear viewers, here are 8 mistakes students make. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this video on how to make studying more fun and interesting. With that, I'll see you there. Take care.